Take a little trip. Take a little trip with me. We are going to make some vanilla sweet cream to go on top of our iced coffee. So, here's how I do it without spending $5 at Starbucks every day. I got my heavy cream, whole milk, sugar, vanilla extract, and a little bit of salt. And then I have a little container that I'm going to mix it all into. Now, normally I make large batches, but I only have about half of a container of the heavy cream. So we're going to just work with that. And you can kind of see how the ratios work out. So the first thing I'm going to do is I like to shake up the heavy cream a little bit because you can get the pieces kind of chunky up around the top there. Nobody likes that. And we're going to take our container and we're going to just see how much we have. I'm pretty sure that we have less than half, and as long as we have less than half, then we're good. I mean, less than half of what we'll take to fill up this container. And you can see that we only have enough right here to fill up about, what's this? Not even a quarter. Probably like a fifth. And that's fine. So we're going to just use the rest of what we have here. I want to try to get as much as I can. All right, we're done. So I'm going to toss this aside. Won't need it anymore. And we're just going to take a look at how much we have in here. You can see a lot of this is kind of just eyeballing it, right? So I'm going to just take my thumb and say that if I've got this much, I want a little bit more than that in milk. So I'm going to fill my milk up to right about where my thumb is there. So I'm going to grab my milk here. I'm pretty sure this is not opened yet. Oh, it is. I must have opened it yesterday. So with that, I'm going to have a little target in mind right around here. And we will just fill it up to about, say about there. That looks good. Okay. Now, put the milk aside. And for this amount, I know this says whole cashews, but it's actually sugar. Just our granulated sugar here. And with a full container, I would use 2 tablespoons. In this case, we're just going to use 1 tablespoon. You can add more or a little or less, but here's what I do. So 1 tablespoon. And then we're going to put in a little bit of salt. So this is just Morton salt, nothing fancy here. And I'm going to use about half of this is quarter. So I'm going to use a little less than a quarter teaspoon. And probably right about there looks good. In she goes. Alright, so the last bit is going to be the vanilla extract. And for the vanilla extract, I just typically use the cap itself. So you can see this is just normal vanilla extract. Quick little shake. And I'm going to fill the lid just about like that. And in it goes. That might be a lot. All right, clean my hands real quick. Okay, so quick little recap of what we done. I used heavy whipping cream, filled it up a little bit. I mixed heavy whipping cream and 2% milk. About 40% heavy cream and 60%-ish, somewhere in that ballpark, of whole milk. And then we added in, for that amount, 1 tablespoon of sugar. We added in a cap lid of vanilla extract. I don't know what that is. Probably less than a quarter teaspoon. And then less than a quarter teaspoon of salt. So from here, we got to stir it all together. And what I've got is this whisk. I find it works really well. So here we go. I'm just going to start off with one of the slower speeds and then increase my way up. So in it goes. And I'm actually going to do this for about 2 to 3 minutes. And at that point, we should be all set. Okay. That was about 2 minutes worth, maybe 3, of mixing. So with that, I'm going to always unplug first and then kick out my beater. Bring this over here, take a quick lick of it. And oh yeah, that's good. Okay. So always rinse this out. Throw it to the side. Come back to what we've got. It'll be a little bit on the thick side, but what we really want is it for it to sit on top of our coffee. So let's go pour a glass. Okay, so what I'm using is the Starbucks iced coffee blonde roast, but I also have the dark roast. I like both of them. I've got some vanilla syrup and our creamer. So I got my cup. I threw in some ice because, hey, it's iced coffee, right? I'm going to start by just putting I guess what's equivalent to a little bit of vanilla syrup in the bottom. Then we're going to pour our coffee on top because it's iced coffee. And after we go to about, say there, I guess I don't have that much left in here. In any case, we'll use this as an example. I'm going to stir it because I've got that vanilla syrup at the bottom. We'll throw a little, you know, whatever. There we go. We're doing a whole deal. Okay, put that aside. Another quick stir. Toss my spoon over to the side. And now we get to the good stuff. Here we go. So this should sit nicely right on top. Just about like that. And if we look at the side, you can see that for the most part, it's going to stay up and not drip too much. Now we'll drip a little bit. I haven't perfected the recipe, but most of it does stay up at the top. So then when you drink, you get a little bit of the froth, but mostly the iced coffee underneath. Perfection. Nearly. It's like 90% of the way. But in any case, so much better than spending $5 every day. Alright guys, that's it. Let me know what you think. If you try it on your own or mix it up, leave me a comment. I'm always down for some really good iced coffee.